Jim Rickards is a name synonymous with deep financial insights and strategic investing. When it comes to gold, his advice is second to none. In today's video, we'll explore Jim Rickards' thoughts on why gold is not just an investment, but a necessity in times of global financial uncertainty. If you're looking to secure your wealth, companies like Augusta Precious Metals offer a reliable way to purchase gold, silver, and other precious metals at very competitive prices. You can easily buy gold through their website, where the process is straightforward, secure, and designed to help you make informed decisions. Now, let's start with why gold could be the answer to the next global currency crisis.
There's a predicate, which is what happens if investors, savers, markets around the world lose confidence in the US dollar. And by the way, if people lose confidence in the US dollar, don't think for a minute that they're going to run to the euro, the yen, pound sterling, Canadian dollars, or whatever. They're not. All those currencies are part of a global euro dollar, US dollar system. So if you lose confidence in US government securities, for example, the US dollar, you're not going to run to, German bonds or Japanese government bonds. That whole system is going to be severely impaired. In which case, you may have to go back to some kind of gold standard, gold linked, gold backed in some fashion, not because you want to. There's no central bank in the world that wants to go to gold, but they may have to restore confidence. Now, if you do, if you say, okay, we have to get back to some kind of gold system to restore confidence, what would the price of gold have to be to make that system work? Well, we have a lot of historical precedent. There was a real gold standard solid gold standard from 1870 to 1914, modified gold standard from after World War I, say 1919 through World War II, the Bretton Woods standard from 1944 to 1971. So we do have precedent for this. And in every case, you don't have to have enough gold to back 100% of the money supply. Some of the hard shell gold bugs say you do, but that's not true.
Jim Rickards highlights a stark reality here. Our global currency system is under immense pressure. In such uncertain times, gold isn't just a safe haven. It's potentially the only real money that will hold its value. This perspective shifts our view from gold as merely a commodity to seeing it as essential insurance against financial collapse.
The funny thing about gold, it's not good for much except money. I think it's the best form of money, but it's not good for much else. So have it if you want to preserve wealth, have it if you want money, but because it doesn't have the industrial applications, it tends not to fluctuate with the business cycle, whereas silver does. So, and the old 16-to-1 ratio, that never had any economic basis. That was some silver lobbyists in the United States Congress around 1900 when they were pushing for a bimetallic standard, and they lobbied for that to create artificial demand for silver. So I don't put much stock in the ratio. Having said that, I think both have their place. In particular, everyone should have, in the U.S. we have what's called a monster box.
We have them here.
You do. They comes. Ours come right from the U.S. Mint. I'm sure Perth Mint or Government Mint have the same thing. Has 500 1-ounce, in our case, American Silver Eagles, fine silver, pure silver.
In this clip, Jim doubles down on gold's unparalleled value. Unlike fiat currencies, which can be manipulated and devalued, gold has intrinsic value that has stood the test of time. For those looking to preserve wealth, Jim's message is clear. Gold is the best form of money you can have, especially when other currencies are losing their purchasing power.
Historically, you need between 20 and 40%. So let's just take 40%. Look at the U.S. money supply, and I use M1 because it's broader than Fed-based money. It includes checking accounts. It's kind of like the money from the banks that drives the real economy. So if you take M1 and take 40% of that and say, okay, that's how much gold I need to back it up, and then say, okay, how much gold do I have? The answer is 8,133 tons. That's how much gold the U.S. has. And just do the math. And this is, as I say, this is seventh grade math. You say, what would the price per ounce have to be for 8,000 tons to back up M1? And the answer is $27,000. By the way, I did the same math not that long ago. Well, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. And the answer was closer to $15,000. But the reason it's higher, gold is still gold, but the money supply is a lot bigger. So with the same amount of gold and a larger money supply, you need a higher price per ounce to back up the money supply. And by the way, I spoke to Paul Volcker about this, and he agreed. He said he wasn't advocating for a gold standard.
The idea of backing the money supply with gold is not just a theoretical concept. It's a potential reality in the event of a currency crisis. Jim Rickards breaks down how much gold would be needed to support this, giving us a glimpse into the mechanics of a gold-backed financial system. This isn't just about buying gold. It's about understanding its role in the larger economic framework.
I think it's a good idea to buy silver coins. I own silver and gold. I think they each have a place. The interesting thing about silver, first of all, I do think it's cheap. I don't put much stock in the ratio. I understand the ratio has fluctuated, but silver and gold have different dynamics. Central banks tend not to buy any silver, so there's a large demand for gold from Russia and China. Russia and Chinese central banks in particular, no particular demand for silver coming from them. Silver also has industrial uses that gold does not have. The funny thing about gold, it's not good for much except money. I think it's the best form of money, but it's not good for much else. So have it if you want to preserve wealth, have it if you want money, but because it doesn't have the industrial applications, it tends not to fluctuate with the business cycle, whereas silver does.
While gold is the focus, Jim also emphasizes the importance of silver. These metals work together to provide a balanced approach to protecting your wealth. Silver, often more accessible, complements gold, making it a dual strategy that Jim believes is essential for every investor. Diversifying within precious metals can offer even greater security in turbulent times.
You think gold could get to or surpass 27,000, and you say, look, this isn't just some forecast. I didn't just make this up, but you could see gold, I'm not saying in this year or next year, but heading towards 27,000. You say, look, this is not just a number you're making up. We all know, anyone who knows you, Jim, knows you do. You take deep dives, you do a ton of research. So I'd love for you to walk us through how you got to this number and in what time frame you think this could happen in.
Right. Well, there's a predicate, so it's a little bit different than a hard and fast prediction. I did. The number was about $27,000. You're right. There's a predicate, which is what happens if investors, savers, markets around the world lose confidence in the U.S. dollar. And by the way, if people lose confidence in the U.S. dollar, don't think for a minute that they're going to run to the euro, the yen, pound sterling, Canadian dollars, or whatever. They're not.
Jim Rickards presents a bold prediction that might seem shocking at first. Gold reaching $27,000. But when you break down his reasoning, it's not just plausible. It's a scenario that could unfold under the right economic conditions. This isn't just about speculation. It's about understanding the potential future of gold as a cornerstone of the global financial system. Jim Rickards has laid out a comprehensive case for why gold isn't just an investment, but a necessity in today's volatile financial environment. From its role as the ultimate form of money to its potential astronomical increase in value, the message is clear. Buying gold now could be the key to safeguarding your wealth. Augusta Precious Metals makes it easy to purchase gold through their website, where you can explore a range of options tailored to meet your investment needs. The process is straightforward and secure, ensuring you can protect your financial future with confidence. Click the link below to learn more about how Augusta Precious Metals can help you secure your assets today, and make sure to subscribe and share this video.